How to change the oil in a 2016 Honda HRV. Gonna need a ratchet or a wrench with a 13mm socket. Gonna need at least 4 quarts of 0W20 oil. This takes 4 quarts of oil. A oil filter. If you don't know what kind, like just ask the clerk at AutoZone, Advance, Napa, wherever you're going, to get oil and a filter, and a catch pan. First, before we drain any oil, we're gonna check the dipstick. So this orange thing is the dipstick. So pull it out, wipe it off, to get an accurate reading. And I would wear clothes that you don't really care about when doing this, because inevitably you get oil on something, the ground or something, or your clothes. Yeah, so we are not showing up anywhere on this dipstick. So, well, a little bit on the back there. So that, if you're not on the dipstick at all, that means you're at least a quart low, and you could be more. So if that's the case, then you probably have either you have an oil leak somewhere, or your engine is burning oil. So just check around the engine for oil leaks, or under the engine for oil leaks. If you don't see anything and the car's old, then it's probably burning oil at this point. So now we're under here, and at the back of the engine, like for reference, I'm over here in the front, and in the back here, this is the drain plug. We're gonna take that out with our ratchet first, and then this orange thing here is the filter, and we're gonna take that out next. Because we got limited space under here, we're gonna loosen the nut first, then we'll put the pan under it. Got the pan under it. Now we're gonna hand spin the drain plug out, and the oil will drain into the drain pan. What I like to do is loosen the filter, which is right here. Let that drain also with the oil out of the pan. And these can be a pain to get off. Pretty sure I can get this off with my hand. So we're just gonna, I've got it like loose enough now. And now I'm just gonna spin it, and the oil is gonna drain from the filter also. Yeah, there we go. So while the oil's changing, we're gonna check like 7 other basic things on the car. They are the air filter, brake fluid, battery, coolant, washer fluid. This car doesn't have power steering fluid, it's electric. The belt, and then the brakes and the tires. I like Hondas because the air filter is easy to get to. They're not always easy to get to in cars, but yeah, so this is the air filter. Just hold it up to the sun. We're doing all right. As long as you can see, if you can see light coming through the filter in any capacity, then you're probably good. So the filter's good, brake fluid, and see, that's kind of dark. It's all right. To go by, if your pedal feels squishy, if you're not getting as much response from your brake pedal when you're braking, or if there's no brake fluid in the reservoir, then that's a problem. If you've never gotten a brake flush before and you're at 100,000 miles, then probably get a brake flush. But anyway, battery, I'm just checking for corrosion, which we're fine. Coolant. All right, I got a flashlight so I can kind of see the level down there, which we're a little above maximum, so we're good on coolant. And then the serpentine belt, there's some cracks in the ribs of the belt in there, but it's not terrible. So I know I'm gonna have to replace it at some point, just not today. But if you have a bunch of cracks in your in the ribs of their serpentine belt, then probably get it changed. Because if that goes out, then your alternator goes out. And if you have power steering fluid, then the power steering pump goes out, and any other accessories that are like in the in the line of the serpentine belt, like they're gonna go out. So washer fluid, I could probably use some soon. Just tires, like just make sure like they're level. Like sometimes the tires will wear unevenly, and then that's not good for your car. But if I think to pass an inspection, you have to have like 2/32 of an inch in depth, which is if you don't have like a measurement device for that, like to measure that, then just get a penny. Like the distance between the top of Lincoln's head and the edge of the coin is about 2/32. Brakes, yeah, we're good. Back here, see that these bumps are like the marker for your tires and when you should probably get them changed. Also, just when you're under the hood, check for any like wet spots or leaks. All right, so we're mostly done draining. I think we're completely done draining. So now we're gonna take the filter fully off. All right, rest of the oil drain out. See, this isn't really necessary, but this is a tool that they make to help take off filters. You just wrap it around it like so. When you're taking it off, then you tighten it down, like it turns like so. And see, now this is too big, like you need to get the right size. All right, so we can take the new filter now, and you want to take a little bit of oil and just rub it around this black rubber gasket. Doesn't matter if it's new or old oil. So I'm just gonna take a little bit from here and just rub it around, because these are very hard to take off. And just putting a little oil on there like helps it come off when it's time to replace it. Now we can put the new filter on, and it just spins on. It's threaded. All right, when you tighten it, like just hand tighten it. You don't have to like use a wrench to like over tighten it, because when you try to take it off, it's gonna be a female dog to try to take off. So now we can remove the pan. So we got the drain plug here, and we have this little gasket here that fits around the threads of the drain plug. And like you need this. Like, do not put a drain plug in without one of these. I mean, sometimes they come like built into the drain plug, so those are, those work too. But if it's not built in, then you got to put like a washer or like some kind of rubber gasket around this drain plug to hold in all the oil. Otherwise you're gonna be leaking oil. Now we're gonna put this drain plug back in. Now we got our ratchet, and we're just gonna tighten it again a little bit. Again, like not too much, just we're going by feel here. Yeah, that should do it. So now we're gonna change the oil. So take off the oil cap, set that side, and I'm gonna use a funnel. You don't need a funnel, but it helps to just not make a mess. So I got 0W20 here, and gonna pour 4 quarts. All right, so we got enough oil now. We're gonna put the cap back. All right, so now we're in the car, and we're gonna start it up. We're gonna press down the gas a little bit and hold it for, at about like 2,500 RPMs for like 15-ish seconds or so, just to get the oil, flowing, circulating in the engine. Now, so we need to let the oil settle a little bit, and then we'll check the oil dipstick. But so just to reset the oil on a Honda HRV, This is the, like this shows oil life left 15%, right? And so you want to hold this button down, just hold it until the number 15 starts blinking. Just gonna hold it. All right, see everything's blinking. All right, release it, and then we're gonna hold it down again until it stops. Should say 100% oil life. There we go. For disposal of the oil and filter, take it to the auto parts store that you got the oil from. Most places usually have like a oil recycling bin or barrel in the back. Either that or take it to a car shop or something. They'll usually let you recycle the oil for free. All right, last step, we're just gonna check the oil level on the dipstick. Again, like pull it out, wipe it off. All right, and there we are. It's a little difficult to see, but you can kind of see like where it's wet and where it's dry. It's like halfway. As long as the oil is somewhere in this vicinity on the dipstick, like they all look different. There's always like a section on the dipstick where it's like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in this range. So we're good. All good. Like and subscribe.